Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out and say thanks so much for being the first to comment on my last video. So for today's video, we are going to be doing start to finish, prep to finale, hyper realistic nails. I'm super excited for this nail look. Full disclosure, I did get some inspo from a TikToker. I'll be sure to leave her TikTok and account information down below. We're definitely going to put our own twist on it, but that's where the inspiration behind the video came about. So we're starting off with prep. As you can see, I was just going in and getting any like dirt and debris from underneath my nails out. Y'all, I'm a gardener. I do a lot of crafts, everything, so don't judge me, but you want to make sure that you clear that out though before you put on any nails. And then I'm just going in with some cuticle remover. So I'm going to let that sit for about 15 to 20 seconds. To be honest, I do like the Blue Cross cuticle remover. It's not my favorite. My absolute favorite is the Sally Hansen cuticle remover. That's my tried and true. I love that one. It works perfectly, but they both work well. The Sally Hansen one I find just works, gets all of the cuticles all fully. So yeah, now I'm going in with this scraper cuticle tool. I'm just pushing back my cuticles. When applying nails, this is definitely a step that you do not want to skip. It's definitely important to fully remove the cuticles off of your nail beds, because if you don't, it can cause your nails to lift and pop off. So you definitely want to make sure that you're prepping your nails if you plan on wearing them full-time, longevity. If you plan on wearing them 2+ weeks, these steps are definitely something you cannot skip. So as you can see here, I'm going in now with the other side and just removing the cuticles a little bit more. If you want to be extra, you can also go in with a cuticle bit on your e-file and do this as well. Most times I do that as well after this, but we're skipping that step and we're going straight to smoothing off our nails. So I'm going in with this drill bit. This is a MelodySusie one, but I actually have a different one I use. It's a 2-in-1 UV LED lamp, and it's also an e-file in one. I like it because it helps, one, save space on my nail desk and nail area, and two, it is honestly great. I've had it for 3 years now, and it hasn't died on me yet. That's a problem with e-files. I found that they died pretty quickly. And this one is great. I love it. It's high power, high speed, and it hasn't given me problems yet, so I definitely recommend it. And if you're interested in trying to find a good high quality e-file / nail lamp, it's in my description in my Amazon storefront down below. So as I said earlier, we're doing hyper realistic nails. So for the nail look, you definitely want to make sure that you're going in and cutting your nails down as close to the nail line as possible. You want to get as close as you can, because that's what's going to help your nails look hyper realistic. It's going to help give your nails a seamless look when we apply our tips, versus if you were to leave that excess nail white part. Okay, so now we're going to do Prep Primer Dehydrator. So this is my absolute favorite primer dehydrator. This one is from Amazon, also linked below in my Amazon storefront as well. But this is my absolute favorite. It's very inexpensive, very affordable, and it works great. So I use this Burano primer. It's good. I mean, it definitely works. It gets the job done. But honestly, you guys have seen, I kind of tried to switch it up in this video. Sometimes I do that just to see different products. I just stick to my tried and true primer method. So it would be the first product I use. And then instead of this step, I definitely recommend doing the Young Nails Protein Bond. I just love the Young Nails Protein Bond. I don't know why I tried to switch it up. Just use that one. If you're going to invest in anything, invest in that. And then I tried the MAKARRT base coat. I do love this base coat. If you have this one, definitely recommend it. Typically, I use the OPI one, the regular gel base coat. That works just as well too, but this one was great as well. So you can use either or, but definitely recommend the second step, going in with the Young Nails Protein Bond. All right, so here's one hand already finished. Now I'm going to show you guys the process. So we're using this eNail Couture. It's almost like a nail glue gel. Well, that's exactly what it is. It's a press-on gel, but it's like a gel polish. And you do have to cure it. We're going to be using these tips that I purchased off Amazon. The more yellow the tips are, the better. You do not want to get like a stark white nail tip because clearly that would be fake. So you're looking for the more yellow because that's typically what our natural nail color is. So like I said, the more yellow the better. And then you do need a little a mini nail lamp like this to cure. If you don't have one of these, invest in one that is rechargeable because it makes it easier. This one, I'm out the frame when I'm applying my nails, but it's simply because the cord for it is short in my wall outlet and like my camera setup, like it just wasn't gonna work. So also you kind of like want to be right on it when you're looking at it and making sure you have it straight. So get a rechargeable one that you can move around without having to worry about a cord. Pro tip, don't go for this one. I think Beetles does have a rechargeable one, so definitely invest in that if you don't have one already. Okay, so you can see the process is super simple. All I'm doing is going in, applying a very tiny amount. You do not need much of this at all, which is why I love it. This is my first time using it. I don't know why, but it's amazing, great, love it. You just need a tiny amount, apply it to the edge, and then, as I said, you can't see because unfortunately the cord wasn't long enough, but all I'm doing is applying that tiny amount and then going right under that mini nail lamp and curing it, making sure it's straight on and applying that pressure at the same time and just curing it for like 15 seconds. You don't have to go too crazy with the cure time because I am going to go in my MelodySusie UV LED lamp and do a full cure after I apply all of my fingernails. But as I said earlier, just make sure you're using a tiny amount. You do not need too much of this press-on nail gel glue at all. All right, so after all of your nail tips are applied, you can now go in with this. Obviously this is a nail clipper, but it's a sizing nail clipper. So it helps ensure that all of your nails are the same size. I have it on the lowest setting, so you can see there's a dial there. It's 6 different lengths. This one is the lowest one. If you want them a little bit shorter, you can definitely do that. But for me, this is a perfect length. I will say the shorter you go, the more realistic they look. But I like a little bit of length when it comes to nails. And so this is optional. So I'm going to be showing you guys, this is kind of where I freestyled it. These dual forms I purchased off of Amazon. I love these dual forms so much. They're one of my favorites. I'll definitely have a link to these ones exactly down below. There's so many different dual forms out there, but these ones are great. Definitely love them. I love the shape and the structure of them, and they give you a nice, not crazy high apex, but a nice like, not flat apex either, but you're not worried about your nail looking like it's pointing upwards, if that makes sense. Like it's a nice structured apex. So, and it's hard to find that with dual forms. Oftentimes they're too high. So I definitely recommend these specific ones. And as I said, the link to them will be down below. But I'm going to be using poly gel for this. So as you can see, I just went in with a small amount. You want to go in with an amount that just covers to the tip of your nail. You don't want too much excess over your nail, the white part, because you don't want too much hanging over your nail just because it's going to make it harder when you cut it at the end, and there's a chance that it might almost separate. You'll see what I'm talking about later. So you kind of want to make it the perfect length. You don't want it to be too much excess hanging over, the white tips that we applied. And you do want to make sure that you're fully removing any excess polygel that oozes out around the cuticles and sides. And also you do want to make sure that you're flipping your nails and your hand upside down and fixing the underside of your nails as well. So you could play around with this part if you don't like using dual forms, and if you're not a big fan of polygel, you can go in with just like a regular builder gel, and you could build your nail up that way. That's definitely a process. You could use a builder gel, as I said, or you could even use like a rubber base coat nail polish that you can build up, or you could even do acrylic as well. So there's many different ways that you can do this. I find that this is the easiest for me because I do have problem shaping when it comes to building a nice apex and also shaping in general. So this just takes all the guesswork and the extra steps of like shaping and filing out for me, which is why I love using, full nail covers and dual forms. Also, this polygel I'm using is by Model 1s. I like the Model 1s clear polygel. A clear polygel is hard to find. Some of them can come out cloudy after curing, or bubbly, and this one is one that's really good. So I do recommend the Model 1s clear polygel. All right, so now I'm just popping off those dual forms. You do want to pop them off. I know I do videos with full nail covers all the time, and those ones you leave on, the ones I sell in my Etsy shop, these are dual forms. You do want to pop these off. You do not want to just cut them down to size to your nails, because it would be too bulky. You have to remove these. All right, so now we're going in and doing some filing. I'm just really going in and making sure my cuticle is like just really blended and seamless with my cuticle, I guess, like with the edge of it, you know what I mean. I'm just making sure it's all blended and seamless. You definitely need a nail dust collector. If you have the funds, or if you have one, just go on ahead and pull it out. Oftentimes I'm super lazy and I never pull it out because I'm like, it's just another thing that I have to plug up, all of that. No, pull it out. You do not want to breathe this stuff in at all. If you don't have the funds to invest in a nail dust collector machine, because they have them at the nail salon, right? So you're not getting you are getting dust, but like that's standard. If you're doing your nails at home, like you need to invest in it, especially if you have allergies or anything like that. Or, you have people living in your house that have allergies. Like, it's just, these are chemicals, right? So you need to invest in that, or use a mask when you're doing this, because you just don't want to breathe all that in. It's not good for you, especially if you do your nails often like me. Okay, so I'm going in with the 80/80 grit file. If you have never used the 80/80 grit file, life-changing, recommend it. Bam. So you can stop here if you want. Definitely can stop here. I go in with a thin nail polish because I like to blend it just a little bit more seamlessly, and I also like that little coat. It just helps blend it in a little bit seamlessly to me. So I'm going in with this OPI polish in Bubble Bath. I love OPI gel polishes because they're buildable. So if you want to do a really super thin coat like I'm doing here, you can. Or if you want to do a thick coat, you can definitely build it up to that. OPI gel polishes are definitely one of my favorites. And if you're not a cosmetic nail professional, if you don't have like a beauty license and everything, or a cosmetology license, you can buy gel polishes off of beyondnailpolish.com. That's where I purchased mine from. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have like a discount code or anything. But that's where I get mine from. You can't purchase them off like Amazon and stuff because you need a license. So, and sometimes they do have OPI gel polishes in like TJ Maxx and stuff. If you look in they'll always have the white cap if it's a gel polish. So that's like a quick tip there. But you can use any nail color you want, any like neutral color that you think is good, and it just helps give that extra little blend. Alright, next step is top coat. I'm going in with a no wipe top coat. This one is just a sample that I have. Some of my favorite brands for no wipe top coat is the Model 1's no wipe top coat. Shockingly, I do not care for the OPI no wipe top coat, which is crazy, but the Model 1's is one of my favorites. And Nails Cat Cat, I love her brand. I love her no wipe top coat, especially her glitter one as well. It's like a subtle glitter one. That one's one of my favorites. All right, last and final step, my favorite, cuticle oil. You definitely want to make sure you're investing in a ultra hydrating cuticle oil. I used to sell these in my Etsy shop. I'm thinking about bringing them back in stock. If you are interested in that, let me know down in the comments so I know. But you definitely want to invest in an ultra hydrating cuticle oil, because if your cuticles are dry, does not matter how cute your nails are, it's just not, they're not going to give. So definitely don't cheap out on that. All right, here's the final look. Absolutely obsessed, love these nails. I'm kind of scared because I want to do these like every single week now, but I have to change it up for you guys. So we'll see there, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!